From the outside, you would never guess that inside the Martin Exeter Hall, royalty awaits. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Tribute artist Steve Elliott, complete with his blue suede shoes, wooed the crowd last week in 100 Mile. He has the hair, the voice, and of course the moves.
He taught people to cut loose, have fun. He was stylish. The kids loved him. He was a handsome man. He had a singing ability. He could, his charisma won everybody over.
But Steve wasn't always destined to be Elvis. It all started over 10 years ago in what can only be described as a happy accident.
My wife and I went to karaoke lounge, kind of mesmerized by the singers. Everybody was emulating a character like, Frank Sinatra or Patsy Cline. And at the time she said, you're quite the character yourself. Why don't you go up and give it a try? I went up and tried Elvis for some reason. The rest is history.
A history that is already full of accolades. In 2004, Elliott was the top Canadian tribute champion at the Penticton Elvis Festival. He says winning that title was a turning point in his career.
Shortly after winning, it was a year after I went full-time at it. I was able just to let go, and we're booked solid through the year, and it's amazing.
The show was a fundraiser for the 108 Mile Lions Club. Les Cookman says when Steve comes to town, he's always a hit.
Because we had him here 2 years ago, and he had a fantastic show, and everybody likes him.
I've never seen him before. Actually, I didn't know how it was going to be, and as soon as he started singing, I was like, oh, this guy he's not faking it, he's really good.
We saw him about 10 years ago in a lounge in Chilliwack when we lived down there, when he was just starting out. Yeah, he's expanded his repertoire.
When I was younger, I watched the movie Viva Las Vegas like 100 times.
And he doesn't only do Elvis. Steve also pays tribute to other artists, including Roy Orbison.
I also prefer any of the music from that era, so Jerry Lee Lewis, Roy Orbison. I do a lot of Roy in the show. Anything rockabilly, so it's not just Elvis I do.
And it's not every day that the king of rock and roll comes through 100 Mile. Steve says he enjoys getting out of the city and playing smaller gigs throughout the province.
Well, the entertainment factor as far as Elvis, it's not too often that Elvis comes through the interior as we do bigger shows in the city. So it's more of a personal, up-close kind of show, and I feel like part of the family out here. Maybe it's the fresh air, but everybody's in a really good mood out here.
With his wife manning the controls, Elliott says people continue to admire Elvis more than 40 years after his death because he's symbolic of a simpler time.
I think it reflects a time that was better, back when there was 50s cars and 60s cars and drive-through theaters and sock hops, bubble gum. People were out looking for something to do, and he came out at the right time.
For more information about Steve Elliott and his show, visit www.elviselite.com. In 100 Mile, I'm Sam Numsen for Shaw TV.